present that the outlaw known as Robin Hood dies this day in the year of our Lord 1194, and that for his foul transgressions against the laws of England he shall hereby be hanged by his neck until dead. Bring forth the prisoner.
Bring forth the prisoner.
Have you anything to say for yourself, Robin?
Yes, I have a great many things to say. That your precious Prince John has usurped the throne of England and taken the place of our true sovereign, King Richard the Lionheart. That he has ground the good people of England under his heel of oppression, and that he is traitor to the very—
Silence! For your defiance, you shall pay the price. Hang this man immediately!
Stop. Save you all. The name is Tuck, and we will soon discover if this fellow, creature of the Almighty, dies by the rope in agony, his eyes oozing yellow pus, his body twitching in jerks and spasms, his breath gasping with hideous gobbets of blood being vomited forth from his tightening gorge. Or if he is happily saved by his merry band of accomplices. What do you all think? Shall we take a vote? Let's see. You, sir, what do you think will happen?
I think he's gonna die.
You think he's going to die? Do you have no faith in the merry band to save him? Well, to answer the question properly, we need to turn back time to the moment when a band of outlaws, friends, outcasts really, joined together here in Sherwood Forest to change the world. 1 mite, 1 inch, 1/100th of an inch is all that any of us could ever hope to accomplish. We felt the need to fight injustice and to make the world more kind. As you can see, it was a notion not widely embraced in those days. In truth, the story of Robin Hood began just as the ballad monger's pen would have it. There's many that sings o' grass, and many that sings o' corn, and many that sings of Robin Hood on the day that he was born.
He's coming!
Hurry up, woman. I want my baby. I don't have all day.
It's a boy!
Toss him here.
Those were rough times in the Middle Ages. I took the bonny boy in me arms and kissed him tenderly, said though I would your father hang, your mother's dear to me.
Robin of Locksley!
A babe no more, he was now a young lad, and full of the devil.
Yes, ma'am, Master Bonnet, ma'am. I want no more shenanigans out of you, young reprobates. I want to hear your lesson. Now, recite me the catechism and make it flawless. What is the chief end of man?
To know God who created every one of us.
What is the highest good of man?
To glorify God and praise him forever.
What reason have you for saying so?
Because you made me memorize it by heart, or you would strike my wrist with your stick.
Detention!
I kissed him o'er and o'er again, my laddie I thee claim. It's Robin Hood and good green wood, and that shall be your name.
Robin of Locksley!
He was now a young lad of 12, and the die was cast.
Yes, ma'am, Master Godwin, ma'am.
Sword exhibition, and I want to see form and balance and equilibrium. Dead! You've got to show me more footwork. Dead again. You've got to do better than this, Robin. Show me your defenses. Dead again. You've got to practice more, you idle fool. What would you do if a Saracen in the Holy Land challenged you to a duel?
Run?
No. Longbow.
I can't yet. I need more practice.
Longbow.
I'm not ready yet. I could be dangerous to someone.
Pick up the bow and shoot an arrow, or I'll slice your ears off. Again? Curtain!
And so it began, the dangerous, brave, fierce, body improbable, nay, disgraceful tale of Robin of Locksley, who came to be known as Robin Hood. Now I must apologize to anyone here who is not prepared to witness the moral depravity of rustic youth. Please remember that the exit to the theater is right down there, in case you feel the need to save yourselves. Our tale continues when the lad is 17, with the sun peeking through the trees of our beloved Sherwood forest at Locksley Hall.
O morning sun, when wilt thou rise, to sit under her tree? My love embrace, O evening rain, lips reaching to kiss me.
Oh, Robin, we've only known each other for a few days.
I know. I can't imagine what took us so long.
Robin! Who's that?
That is Marion, my neighbor.
Master Robin, your father wants you.
My father? Oh, the world's against me. Quick, you need to hide, not a word.
You're silly, you know.
Am I? I try so hard to be serious. Get in there.
Robin!
Marion, hi, Marion.
Where have you been?
I've been working.
On what?
Marion.
Sorry, but I have something to tell you, and it's important.
Oh, it can't be that important. Come on, let's play Saxons and Normans.
Not now.
It'll be fun, I promise. You haven't played in forever. Here we go. Whoa. Okay. Short swords.
Would you stop it?
How do you manage to beat me all the time? It seems you have a natural talent for murder and bloodshed. My father says it's from being a Norman.
Oh, please. You're the one with all the talent. You just never use it.
Quarterstaff! Ha!
Ow!
Marion! I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Is it red? Did it break the skin? Are you hurt? I'm so sorry.
Ow!
I wouldn't hurt you for the world. I'm such a dolt.
My father says that boys between the ages of 14 and 23 should be locked away because they aren't good for anything but fighting, stealing, and being rude to their elders.
It's true. Don't forget flatulence, though.
You do know you will inherit this entire estate someday, so you'll have to start taking things seriously.
I know, I must. In a moment. But do you smell those flowers, Marion? Thyme and violet, cowslip and crocus? Just the faintest hint of Devonshire daff, which is lover's flower because of its shape. You see, now's the time of year they grow most beautifully. And everyone knows a flower's purpose in life is to be picked by a handsome fellow and presented to his lovely maidens.
You mean when they're in love?
Well, if that's the word you want to use, so be it.
Robin, listen. You're probably wondering why I'm all dressed up like this.
What? You are? Oh, of course you are. The cape, shoes, feet. She has everything.
Stop it. It's a traveling cloak. I'm going away.
Oh, I'd love to travel. I'd love to go to Shirebrook and Cresswell Green.
Robin.
I want adventure, Marion. Can you blame me? I want to hunt down villains until they beg for mercy, and I want to hunt them through the park
Robin,
and through the
listen!
woods.
I'm going away.
What?
To Aquitaine. For 3 years. My father insists.
Oh. Okay. Bye.
Robin!
What? I mean, have a good time. Enjoy yourself.
Well, won't you miss me?
Well, Marion, of course I'll miss you. I'll be devastated. But every once in a while, for your sake and your sake alone, I'll have to do something to keep my spirits up.
Oh, Robin, hurry. There's nothing to do and I'm getting bored. Hello.
And there you are. See, look at that. I was practicing to keep my spirits up and I didn't even know I had to yet. Marion, wait!
Goodbye!
She's my sister!
Aww.
She's like my sister!
Bye.
Robin, your father says you must come right away.
Oh, what's the matter? Is he all right?
He needs to tell you. King Richard has summoned all the barons. They're going off to the Holy Land, and the king's leaving his cousin Longchamp here as regent.
Oh, he's not leaving his brother, Prince John, in charge, is he?
No, Longchamp, to control his brother. And, sir, your father.
Yes?
Oh, your father's going with King Richard to fight, and they'll be gone for years.
Alone. I'll be all alone.
Alone!
3 years passed, but Robin of Locksley was not alone. His neighbors rallied round to help him. The castle staff kept a watchful eye, and his friends in the Shire felt it their sacred duty to comfort him with gentle grace and mild fellowship, as to keep his spirits up of an evening.
Thank you very much. Good night, everyone. Good night. Good night.
Sir? Sir, can you hear me? Sir, wake up! Wake up!
What? Oh, my head. It hurts.
Come on!
What's happening?
We have to go save my father!
Save who?
My father, Much the Miller. If we don't save him, they'll cut his hands off.
His hands? What are you talking about?
We were only looking for rabbits is all. But then my father spied a deer and he shot it and there was no one around for miles until there was, and well, they grabbed him and I made a run for it.
Slow down. What?
Please, stop. Leave me alone.
Be quiet, you dog!
No, hide. It's Sir Giles warning the sheriff. They're as evil as sin.
No, please.
Would you stop squirming, please?
No, please.
Sheriff, cut his hand off.
No.
Cut at his tongue while you're at it. Just shut him up.
I told you it was a mistake.
A mistake? How can you make a mistake with a bow and arrow? You pull the arrow out. You pull the string. You pull the string
Stop
back.
explaining and just do it.
Please have mercy.
Mercy? What did you expect? It was the king's, dear. Now you pay the penalty. You Saxons always want special treatment, don't you? That's it. Gouge out his eyes.
Oh. Wait. Excuse me, gentlemen. I'd like to intercede. May I ask what you plan to do with this fellow over here?
And what business is it of yours?
Well, as a matter of fact, it is my business, because you are on my land. This is my father's land.
Huh. Not relevant. It was the king's, dear. Now he pays the price.
And what is that price?
The loss of a hand or at least 2 fingers.
No.
And obviously can't shoot the bow and arrow
No.
Or tongue if he doesn't stop caterwauling! Give me the knife. I'll do it.
Halt!
No.
Let me talk to him. Did you kill the deer?
Yes.
Why?
Because they doubled our taxes, and if I pay them, I can't feed Deerwin.
Is this true?
Yes.
Well, this has to change.
And who's going to change it?
I am. I will. Now I ask as a courtesy that you let me attend to this gentleman here.
And what do you plan on doing with him?
I'll let him go with a warning.
Oh, please. He'll do the same thing next week.
No, I promise.
Caution, will you lying dog!
Oh,
Oh, kill them both! I want them both dead!
yes, I'll kill them both. But I think we should call the gods, say why we're there by that tree.
Kill them!
Yes, oh my God. Yes.
Wait. Excuse me. I just noticed your friend here has a button missing. It's that top button, the one that's really hard to do when you get dressed. See that button right there?
Oh.
Got him! He doesn't even have buttons. Shing! On guard, sir. Now what do you say?
Sheriff, if you do not get on your feet and kill this upstart instantly, I will hang you upside down, put breadcrumbs on you, and dip you in boiling oil on a stick!
I got it again. Guards, come quickly. I have subdued the villain, but I require assistance.
Guards, they're coming fast. No, Father!
No!
Come on, we need to go!
Go save her!
You heard him, let's get out of here!
I won't leave him!
We'll come back for him later, I promise!
Hey!
Come on, guards, get them, you imbeciles! Sheriff, on your feet!
Robin scrambled through the forest with Deerwin on his back and Sir Guy, the sheriff, and the members of the castle guard close on their heels. They dodged this way and that, hallooed their names in every direction. Then, Robin hid his tracks in the water of a stream and emerged at last into a mossy clearing.
Down! Put me down! I wanted to stay and help my father.
I know you did, but you would have been killed, all right?
You had no right. I wanted to save him.
I know, but look, this is insane. Has this happened before?
It happens every day. My cousins have lost a hand, 2 fingers, and one, his eyes. You could make a whole person out of the pieces they've lost.
Why don't you leave and move somewhere else?
And where would I go? To Cornwall for a seaside holiday? We can't even feed ourselves.
Sorry.
It's not your problem.
No, of course it's my problem. I should have known. I mean, I've lived here my whole life. Look at us, the great nobles. We study math, philosophy, history, science. You'd think that all that knowledge would teach us something about the world. I mean, I'm not naive. I understand that we fight for things. It's in our nature, but so are things like peace and contentment. Well, there's my father off fighting in the war, and for what? To kill more Saracens? For a piece of land we don't want anyways? It's not as if we're going to live there with all the sand and the heat. And the money they used to mount the war could be used here to feed our people. I just don't understand.
Anything else?
No. Well, actually, yes. Here.
What's that?
It's food. I keep a little bread and cheese handy in case of
Sausage!
emergencies. And a little meat. How do you do? I'm Robin of Locksley.
Dearwin Miller. Got any more?
Let me see. No, sorry, I don't.
What's that?
This? It's just a book.
Is it scripture?
Can you read?
No.
Then yes, it's scripture. It says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, for he proclaimeth good news to the poor." It's from Isaiah.
Let's see. Let us tell the tale of Tristan and Isolde. He saw her dancing in the vale, his feelings now uncontrolled.
You told me you couldn't read. I'd like that back right
He
now.
kissed her in the valley, and he kissed her on the shore.
I would like my book back, please.
As the naked light was rising, he kissed her all the more.
Stop! You're a fraud.
I'm a fraud. You said this was scripture.
Well, you said you couldn't read.
Naked?
It says the light was naked.
Where did you get this?
I wrote it.
That makes it worse.
It's literature.
It's terrible.
It's beautiful. Now give me that. Thank you. So, what now?
My father,
Right.
you said you'd save him.
Yes, I did. Only, I wonder if he's still...
Alive? He's alive, all right. They'll want to get some work out of him. Of course, I doubt they'll get much if he's lost his...
Where would they have taken him?
To Torquilstone, just by the border. That's where they take all the prisoners before they work them to death.
Torquilstone. I see. Well, let's go.
Where are we going?
To Torquilstone. We're saving your father. I said I would.
new friends traveled to Torquilstone and back, seeking the girl's father with no success. But it was during this time that Robin began to find himself, or something within himself, that gave him purpose.
Mercy, please, your grace.
Hey,
But I cannot pay the tax without the wine to sell for my family.
well, I don't care if you starve yourself. We're taking the barrel.
Well, maybe you'd like to sample it first.
Robin!
For he began to acquire a reputation for a kind of courage that surprised not only those he aided, but also Robin himself.
Let me go! Empty. Or basic content.
Excuse me!
But if you're taking her money, perhaps you could save some for an old blind man like myself?
One way, blind belt.
Oh, really? Well, here's what I think.
For he found increasingly that he could not tolerate the barbaric treatment of the poor and needy that he now saw all around him.
Salve Regina, Mater Misericordia.
Open this door box, Father. I'll cut your ears off.
This is a church, you weasel. You're burned for all of eternity.
Why don't you let me worry about that now? Hand it over.
Ha!
Ah! My hand! My hand!
You hear that, everyone? He wants a hand.
Robin!
And so, the lad's reputation grew in the Shire, and beyond the Shire, and indeed in the whole north of England. And soon his friends began to join him in his quest for justice. Alas, this notoriety meant that Robin had fewer and fewer admirers among the creme de la creme.
His name is Robin Hood. You remember a few weeks ago? Don't you remember? He knocked you down just to go right.
Of course I remember. Didn't know he was an outlaw, though. I have reports from every sheriff in the county. Interference with tax collection, robbery, undressing of the Baron. Undressing of the Baron?
Ah, yes, Waylay Sir Mortimer robbed him and sent him home stark naked with a sign on his neck that says, "It's a full moon tonight."
Excuse me.
You done?
This is insufferable.
Oh, dearest brother, you needn't worry about this outlaw. Who is he to us? We are rising the ladder of power, thanks to my beauty and my charm. I persuaded the new regent to wed.
Thanks to your beauty, or thanks to my gold, I believe it is I you must thank with your engagement with William de Longchamp. Besides, I was trying to saddle you with Prince John before you changed your mind.
It's not true. I've always fancied William. Prince John is hideous. I could never marry someone like him.
Isabella, you changed your mind when you found out that William was ruling in Richard's stead. It's funny. Sheriff, how my sister misconstrues the details.
You always think you're so smart and clever.
Still makes me cleverer than you.
My point is, when William returns home, and along with Prince John, he'll teach this Robin Hood a lesson while I have the ear of the regent.
That is exactly why we must deal with this problem before they return. This peasant must be dealt with.
He's actually a noble birth, a Saxon. He took his castle and all his property and now lives in a forest with a band of followers. They call themselves the Happy Band. No, not the word. What's the word? The Merry Band, that's it. Helping the poor and making trouble.
The poor?
Yes, he's some sort of champion for them. He gives them medicine and clothes.
Then why don't you catch him?
I've tried to catch him, but it's like threading a needle. I've sent my very best men to the forest. I've told him to catch him and the girl, but he's just so clever. He pulls all sorts of roguish tricks. Hold on, I need a moment. It's very sad. Which reminds me, like the trick he did to you with the button when he made your head go up and down and up.
Stop it! One more word out of you and I will stretch you on a rack until I can sell you for parchment.
And I've seen him do before.
I said not a word. No. Don't you dare write it down. Bad. Bad. Don't whisper. Oh.
Then how do you suggest we catch him?
How do you suggest we catch him? Dalt, I have a plan.
There were no secrets in the halls of Nottingham Castle, and word soon spread that Sir Guy planned to ambush Robin and the peasant girl he so deeply despised. And to that end, he imported mercenaries from the steppes of the Baltic, Magyars who were now roaming Sherwood Forest in search of their prey.
You have to do the speech.
No.
Yes.
No, I don't.
It's just a speech. We'll gather everyone in the Great Oak and you'll give them courage. The people look up to you, you know.
Well, I don't know why.
Because you stand up for them. You fight for them. Tell me, how much money did you get from that convoy yesterday?
I don't remember.
You do so, 1,000 crowns. And how much did you give away to the poor in Romney?
I don't remember.
1,000 crowns.
It's just because they deserve it.
Why?
Because they're human beings. You can't just let them starve like that.
Prince John does.
It's exactly why he has to be stopped.
Exactly. That's my point. And you have to tell the people that in your speech.
Where are we, do you think?
Right next to Nottingham Castle, just over there. And you know exactly where we are. You're changing the subject.
Halt! Stand aside and let a better man pass.
Oh, sorry. Go right ahead.
No, what are you... This is what I'm talking about.
I don't mind. And he might be in a hurry anyways.
Go on, you'll murder him.
I don't want to murder him.
Hey, what are you two doing over there? Taking dancing lessons or something?
No, sorry. My friend here is just a little overzealous.
And my friend says that you should stand aside because he's the better man and he can beat you into a pulp of jelly. You're glad you got me, huh?
I'm thrilled. Look, I'm not the better man.
Stand aside, young lady.
Hey!
Put her down.
I was only moving.
Put her down right now.
You're a brave man. With that bow and arrow. How are you with a quarterstaff?
Pretty bad, which explains the bow and arrow.
Well, why don't we see what you're made of?
Be careful.
Okay.
You're embarrassing me.
What? You're not doing anything.
Just fight already.
You're Robin Hood, aren't you? John Little of Compton, but they call me Little John for sport.
Oh, I've heard of you. I hear you're the strongest man in Sherwood, and that you know the woods like the back of your hand.
Anything else?
Well, yes, actually. I'm sorry, but I heard you lost your wife.
I was a blacksmith, and Sir Guy of Gisborne taxed us so hard he had nothing left for food or medicine. I'm here to join you.
Then welcome. Though I've got to warn you, we are quite a small group at the moment.
We're up to 17.
Well, I'll make it bigger. This is the part where I enter the story. I'm sure you are all on pins and needles. The name is Tuck Stafford of Fountains Abbey, and I'm the greatest sword master in all of England. Shall I show you how my little darling dances?
No, thank you. I've had enough dancing for one day.
I've
come to meet up with this Robin Hood I keep hearing about. They say he's righting wrongs and standing up for the underdog.
That's right, he is.
Well, I deal in underdogs, young lady. They are my meat and drink. For I used to be a healer. I cure their ailments, care for their children, and then I bury them. And I know what Sir Guy and the Prince have done to them, and what they'd like to do to Sir Guy and the Prince. And I intend to help them do it. And I challenge any of you to stop me.
Peace. Peace, good healer. I'm Robin Hood, and we could use someone like you. For medical assistance.
Well, speak for yourself. Since my Jenny died, I've lost my faith in healers.
Well, stand aside while I get it back for you. I do births, broken bones, colonoscopies, wisdom teeth removals, and amputations. What do you think? Shall I amputate this gentleman and remove his head?
Hold!
Don't tell me to—
Hold! I saw something in the forest.
I did too.
Are you expecting visitors?
No?
Well, word has it that Sir Guy of Gisborne has been importing mercenaries from the continent to hunt you down.
Magyars from the north, is what I heard.
Dirwin, join us on this side of the river.
Yes, sir.
Magbanda Kai! Agi, Robin Hood is what is in.
I'll split your guts, did you hear me? I'll skewer you out from your bowels to your chops.
And I'm right behind you.
Robin, help!
Dirwin!
Sean!
Come on!
Wait! Come on!
What are you doing? Let's get out of here, come on!
Robin! Stay back!
Little John! Marion!
Hello, Robin.
Look at you, you're glorious! How are you? How were your travels? Were they exciting, difficult, tremendous? Answer me in one word.
I would need the mouths of every woman you've ever kissed to do that.
You embarrass me.
Do I? Good. When we were young, he had eyes for every girl in the Shire except me.
No, well, he must have been blind.
I must have been.
Ahem!
Hello, are you all right?
I'm fine, but I could have done it myself.
Hey, matters. This is Dirwin Miller. We seek her father. Dirwin, this is Lady Marion Fitzwalter.
It's a pleasure.
Marion and I grew up on neighboring estates, but she was snatched away by her parents.
They thought he'd corrupt me.
And did he?
Just a little.
And this is Little John, and this is Tuck. One of them just gave me a beating, and the other one threatened to.
I like them both already.
And how were your travels?
Brave, Robin. The world is full of wonder and delight. I studied music, mathematics, philosophy, and combat.
Remind me to stay on your good side.
You should join our band. Robin here is facing down the authorities, and the people love him for it.
They tell a different story at the castle.
I'm not surprised.
Robin, they say you're causing nothing but trouble here in the Shire. They say you're breaking the law and stealing property. They say you're an outlaw.
He is.
Well, that's nothing to be proud of. There's a price on his head.
Marion, you wouldn't understand.
Well, apparently not. But I've been asked to speak to you about it.
By whom?
By my uncle, Prince John.
Your uncle.
Prince John.
Marion is ward of King Richard. Her families date back to the Conqueror.
Uncle John calls you a common thief. He says the Foresters hate you now and that you're stealing gold from anyone who passes through Sherwood.
Do you believe it?
The Prince of the Realm wouldn't lie about it.
The Prince of the Realm is robbing us blind. And his men arrested my father for trying to feed his family. And they tried to cut out his tongue and blind him, and he's the bravest man that ever lived. And they did it to put money into their own pockets because they're cowards.
That's treason, you know.
It's the truth. Tell her.
I think you'll find that Prince John is misunderstood. And Robin, he'd like to meet you. He's coming to Nottingham next month for the celebrations.
Oh, really? What is he celebrating? A new hanging?
No, it's a wedding. 2, in fact. Regent Longchamp and Lady Isabella of Gisborne.
What about the other wedding?
Mine. I'm sorry. It will seal the alliance between the North and the South, and my family feels that it's what I was raised for.
What? You're going along with this? Who are you marrying? The prince himself?
The prince is my uncle!
Well, by marriage, it is allowed.
Well, I'm not!
Well, who is it then?
You won't know him, but you will like him. He's a Norman who's in charge of administration for this part of the Shire. He's young and up and coming and may someday have the whole north of England under him. His name is Guy of Gisborne.
Marianne, are you there? You've got to be careful out in this part of the woods because of all the wildlife.
Guy, I'd like you to meet some friends of mine. This is Robert of Locksley, John Little, Tuck Stafford, and a friend of theirs.
How do you do?
Hello.
Well, that went well. Shall we go inside? It's feeling a bit chilly out here. Robin?
Until next time, Gisborne.
All rise for His Highness Prince John, Duke of Normandy, Count of Anjou, and High Lord of Ireland. All rise. That means you guys.
Thank you for coming. Lord Ross Campbell of Scotland, how are you? You were looking so well last time we met. And that's Sir Dennis of Galway. How's that wife of yours been doing? We used to call her the Hound of Hello! Gisborne, you remember? Good times, eh? And is that Cornwall? Greetings, it's been ages. Still managing on one leg, I see. No growth in the other one yet. Oh, thank you, thank you. You may be seated. All the world's a stage, and all you men and women, full of layers. Ooh, that was perfect. I should be a poet, eh? I know. Sheriff, write that down. Anyways, I hereby welcome you to the meeting of the Barons of the Northern Shires, here at Nottingham Castle, owned by our host, the charming and sometimes reliable Sir Guy of Gisborne. Now, I realize we have a great deal to discuss today, so I hope that you will all place your weapons underneath your chairs, like so. Enjoy a peaceful supper, and dismember each other after the pudding, eh? Oh, you may now begin to eat.
And how was London, sire?
Oh, politics. We let my mother out of prison for Christmas. Sheriff, be quiet. Sheriff! Thank you. And how are you two lovebirds doing? Have you set a date yet?
Not yet, sire. We need more time.
She's been listening to the Saxons lately, and their ideas make her nervous.
You do me an injustice. I keep an open mind and listen to the people. They have a great deal to say.
You've gained opinions on your travels, Marion. You've been taught to think.
And I wonder, is that quite feminine?
Feminine? The prince's mother is Eleanor of Aquitaine, who has ruled 2 continents and done battle with the Pope. Do you think she's been asked if she's feminine?
Ooh, ouch! Oh, touche, Marion. Touche all day.
Have you seen my betrothed yet? He's yet to walk in.
Can't say I haven't, lady.
You know, Marion, if you're getting cold feet about Gisborne here, you just have to say so. I would never force you into anything. This, above all, oh, there we go. To thine own self be true. Ooh, that was also perfect. Sheriff, write that down.
As you can tell, sire, Sir Guy and I have some disagreements.
One disagreement, you mean? About Robin of Locksley.
Oh, yes. I've been hearing a great deal about this fellow. Is he really the scoundrel everyone says he is?
Worse, Your Highness.
He flaunted the law right in front of me.
Yes, I've heard some worrisome things about him from all of the Normans. It's just that when we were children, he had a good heart.
Marion.
And I just don't understand what's happening.
He's a lawbreaker. He's a thief.
Robin?
It's Robin of Locksley. We know his name.
No, it's Robin. He's here.
Weapons!
Sheriff, get up there!
Sheriff,
Coward.
please. As you can see, I'm unarmed.
Yes, put your weapons up. Put them up. Well, well, well. I'm Prince John, and you may kiss my rings if you like.
I'm Robin of Sherwood, and if I'm going to kiss anyone, it isn't going to be you.
Sire.
Oh, please, Sir Guy. You know what, Sheriff, you kiss them instead. Thank you. Sir Guy, it's called rustic humor, and Robin, I like your style, though it's a bit antediluvian.
Well, I don't like yours, Your Grace. If it means killing innocent people.
This guy. Name one.
Gladly. Let me tell you all a story. About 6 weeks ago, the sheriff and Sir Guy detained a man named Much the Miller. Do you remember? It was the first time we met.
I do indeed. He was caught killing one of the king's deer. A crime resulting in specific punishments, as you know.
Punishments? You make them sound just.
They are.
They are not! And I was forced to leave the man with you because out of cowardice, you called your guards. But then last night, my friends and I were gathered in the forest when my companion, John Little, who had gone for a walk, returned with a man in his arms.
Stafford! Stafford, come quickly. I found him. In a ditch. It's Much the Miller. Is he alive?
Barely. He's badly beaten, and he's holding on by a thread. Keep Dearwin away. It'll break her heart.
John? What's going
No,
on?
it's nothing. Go back to bed.
Is someone hurt? Let me see what's happening.
Go feed the fire.
John, who is it?
Now you listen to me, young lady. Stay right where you are.
Is it my father?
Dearwin, stay back.
Is it? No! No! Father, please, no!
I'm sorry.
No.
Come on.
No.
There's nothing we can do.
Much the Miller bled to death that night from the wounds inflicted by your soldiers on your orders. And I tell you that this has to stop!
Temper, temper. We're fighting a war, you know, in the Holy Lands, and ever since my dear brother was imprisoned in Austria, we've had to crack down on the taxes in order to pay the ransom.
And raise them so high that no one can pay them, and in fact go into your own pocket.
Sire, that's treason. He calls into question the motives of the king's regent Longchamp.
Oh, yes. Yes, Longchamp indeed. Though, I'm afraid I have some rather sad news. Longchamp is dead.
What? I can't believe it.
Yes, it's a shame, really. Terrible accident in London. He died instantly.
But that means that you're...
That's right, my dear. I'm your new Regent of England, your ruler until we get dear Richard back.
Guy, did you know?
Marion, do you see the cutthroats you're spending your time with? It has to stop.
And who's going to stop it?
I am. And all the Saxons that you have starved and beaten. But I warn you, for every Saxon you murder, a Norman will die. For every child who suffers, there will be revenge. Because our people deserve to live in a society free from fear, and in one that protects them.
Brave words, my boy. Though, will you give us a moment while we confer? Perhaps we can come up with a compromise for you.
Take your time. Marion, I want you to come away with me.
I won't.
Don't you see what they're doing?
They're upholding the law.
The law they passed for their own benefit.
But when King Richard returns...
King Richard won't return. Not without our help. Trust me, John will see to it.
Robin, you're just making trouble.
Really? That's odd. I thought I was saving England.
Robin!
Just try to slip away. Come to the Great Oak in Sherwood tomorrow. I'm going to speak to the people and we can talk afterwards. It's goodbye until then.
You're leaving?
Well, I think I'd better, especially since your friends are plotting to kill me in 5, 3, 2, 1. Watch this.
Tax the poor! Sheriff, grab him!
Told you.
Oh dear. No! Oh, no, please don't kill me.
Cut his throat. I'll do it.
Robin!
Get off me, you fool!
Stop that man! Stop him! Do not let him be! Or not to be.
Someone write that down! Your Highness, that was genius. You're so brave.
The Great Oak, site of many a call to arms. And now it's your turn, lad. Are you ready?
I think so. But have you seen Deerwin yet?
I've looked all over the forest, but there's not a sign of her.
She's been captured.
There's no sign of that either.
Well, still, keep your eyes open and report to me if you see anything.
Yes, sir.
Robin, it's time. You got this.
Hey, friends. Robin's giving a speech. Come on.
Thanks, John. Everyone, gather around. My friends, we are gathered here together as loyal supporters under our great cause. As you will have heard by now, Prince John has seized the regency of our country, and already we have felt the grasp of this fraudulent sovereign. 2 nights ago, we lost a friend. His name was Much the Miller, and much we feel. Much was his bravery, but much more can be found in all of us, thanks to his kind deeds and his good heart. But I ask you, what are we if we let this act of evil go unavenged? We're cowards. And I would gladly be called a coward if it would lead to peace. But I know these are men of greed, and they will not stop until they take everything from us. Our voices, our lands, and our freedom. We have a sacred calling to keep England safe until King Richard returns. Then will the lion lie down with the lamb. But until that day, we will take our battle to the east, and to the west, and the north and the south, until all of England is ablaze with our light. Now are you with me?
Yes!
All kneel and take this oath. Do you swear to help those in need and protect the poor with compassion and grace?
Yes.
Do you swear to feed the hungry, clothe the naked, shelter the old and the sick?
Yes.
Do you swear to fight oppression and remain true in our love of a free country for us and for our children?
Yes, yes, yes.
They took the oath that day, their hearts swell, and swore fidelity to a cause as sacred to them as the causes were to the knights of King Arthur in ancient days. And as the gathering was ended, with murmurs of the future, Robin searched the crowd of faces for Marian, and at last he found her, walking back through Sherwood Forest to Nottingham Castle.
Marian, wait.
I shouldn't have come. It's disloyal to the prince. But is what you say true?
It is, Marian. I swear it. And I can prove it to you.
How?
See it from the people themselves. Come to Locksley Hall tonight. We're going to gather there for some dancing. Which is actually empty at the moment, thanks to Sir Guy and the sheriff stealing it from me.
No, I should get back. They'll miss me.
Are you afraid of the truth?
I'm afraid of nothing.
Good. Dancing it is. Don't you see their spirit, Marian? This is what your friends are trying to destroy, but they won't succeed.
I do begin to see it now.
You know, Marian, I've been thinking, shall we be partners?
I beg your pardon?
In the dance. In the dance, of course. I'm asking you to dance.
Well, of course you are.
Robin!
Dearwin? Dearwin, what are you doing here?
They're surrounding the castle.
Who?
Sir Guy and the sheriff and about 100 men. They're all surrounding the castle and they have torches.
This can't be true.
I was in the forest when I saw them gathering. They plan to set the building alight.
They wouldn't dare, the cowards.
I can see it from here. There's at least 100.
Just let me at them. That's all I ask.
We have to get the children out as quick as we can. The rest can follow.
But how? The building's surrounded.
I have an idea.
Well, what is it?
I grew up in this house, remember?
The tunnels!
The tunnels! Dearwin, you're in charge of the women and the children. Marian, show her the panel. It leads out into the woods.
Come on, everybody!
There's no time to lose.
Robin, wait! This is my father's hat. Will you wear it for me?
Dearwin, I'm honored.
Robin of Locksley, can you hear me?
Unfortunately, yes. Now, what do you want?
Give yourself up and I'll spare the families. Otherwise, the castle burns.
I have a feeling we may need a quick exit.
The balcony. We jump.
Into the moat? Never! I can't swim. I'd sink like the Arch of Constantine.
Well, I would think with all of that hot air in there, you would float.
You would think so. Wouldn't you?
Locksley!
I can hear you, Sir Guy! But we're having a lovely celebration up here, so why don't you come up and join us?
Well, why don't you look down here and tell me what you see?
I see a coward who's afraid to fight.
I see a villain who'd sell his soul for power.
And I see a rat-sucking worm who eats maggots for breakfast, has rotting teeth, and whose nose is falling off in pieces because he has leprosy.
Yeah! There you have it. 3 unbiased opinions of Sir Guy of Gisborne.
Wait, look, it's Marian.
What is she doing down there?
He'll kill her.
Marion, what are you doing? I thought you were at Nottingham.
I was, but I came to see Robin.
I should have known, Marion. He's mad.
He isn't mad. He's trying to save his people.
The rabble had to destroy our country.
That isn't true. Have you seen the suffering of these people, Guy? There are families up there, and innocent children.
And robbers and thieves, Marion. We have laws. Laws to keep order.
And we need compassion to go with them.
You're taking his side, aren't you?
I'm not taking anyone's side, except the children's. You wouldn't hurt them.
Send Locksley down here to give himself up, and we'll talk about it.
And you'll let them go.
I said we'd talk about it.
All right, I'll tell them.
Wait, I'll send someone else.
I'm going.
No, not.
Don't touch me! I'm going back inside with Robin. At least then you won't burn it down.
I wouldn't be so sure. Archers, light your arrows!
Are the children out?
Yes.
And their parents?
Almost, but we need more time.
Why don't you go down there and talk to that succubus?
Okay.
Robin, no. He'll kill you on the spot.
Would you miss me?
Don't be ridiculous.
Robin, look, the arrows!
Setting us ablaze.
All right, positions! Doing here?
I got everyone out. I had to come back for you.
We can't hold them.
Robin, to the balcony.
No, there's no time.
We'll fight them all off one by one.
We make our final stand. Friends, remember your oaths.
We're with you, Robin.
Till the end.
All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2.
For King Richard!
For King Richard!
Citizens of Sheffield, Aston, Doncaster in the north, here I now proclaim that the reward for Robin of Locksley has been raised from 200 gold marks to 1,000 gold marks, to be paid immediately by Sir Guy of Gisborne upon proof of death. And now please join me in hearty cheer for Sir Guy. Hurrah. Peasants.
Lust for vengeance is frightening to behold. And as the days following the siege of Locksley Hall turned into weeks, then months, Sir Guy of Gisborne became increasingly obsessed with the one man whom he considered to be his only nemesis, the outlaw known as Robin Hood. He was deeply troubled that Robin and his friends had survived the siege of Locksley Hall, a battle that would have killed any lesser rival, thus bestowing upon the outlaw a kind of strange and otherworldly mystique that Guy found almost terrifying and a portent of darker things to come. Throughout the day, he would see Robin in the shadows of Nottingham Castle, in the corners, behind the doors, and even in the motes of dust that drifted on the sunlight through the windows of the chapel where he prayed for forgiveness. At meals, he would glimpse the rebel in the firelight, grinning at him and crackling with laughter. And as he fell asleep at night, he dreamt of catching the bandit in the midst of one of his brazen robberies, then condemning him before a sea of barons and tying a noose around his bird-like neck in the public square.
Robin, excuse me.
Robin! Robin of Luxley! Robin of Luxley! Robin, I will kill you, Robin! Robin! It never stops! Steals from the rich, from the barons, and even the abbots now.
Only the corrupt ones raise their indulgences to the roof.
That's not the point. I had a letter from my ambassador to Normandy. He says even the French are laughing at us.
I hear the Spanish are doing the same thing. What surprised me the most is that Lady Marion herself has joined Robin's band of reprobates. Did you know that?
Of course I've known it. I've known it for weeks.
That must have been a terrible blow for you. A beautiful woman throws you over no shoe as if you're not...
Stop it! Stop it! One more word out of you, I will sew your lips together, stuff you with lamb's wool, and sell you as a cushion. Chains of Sebastian. The only thing keeping me sane nowadays is knowing that do-gooder King Richard is locked up tight in Austria.
But in the spring of that year, a Saxon troubadour by the name of Blondo was passing the castle of Dürnstein on the banks of the Danube, whistling her heart out when King Richard heard her.
You there. Come help me. I'm King Richard of England, and I command you to release me immediately.
And a few hours later, 2 Austrian guards got the biggest surprise of their lives. The cell was empty. So Prince John awoke one morning to find he had a new problem on his hands. He handled it, of course, with his usual equanimity and savoir-faire.
Escaped! My revolting brother escaped!
That doesn't mean he's in England yet. We'll station guards at every port, every harbor, and every shoreline to make sure he's in irons. My love.
And remember, you won't have an army with them. They're still in Jerusalem.
Oh, well, thank goodness for that. Of course the solution is to kill him before he acquires an army.
Murder the king?
Oh, don't say murder. Say fortuitous accident. Like Longchamp had, the innocent devil. He simply tripped one day in the streets of London.
With an arrow in the back.
Get over it, brother. I've moved on.
But your grace.
Everyone dies, Sheriff. Birth, maturity, and then you're eaten. It's called the circle of life. Like lions in Africa. Now there's an idea. Write that down.
What worries me, Your Grace, is if he gets to the king before we do.
And what I'd like to know is why this Robin Hood is still at large. Why haven't you caught him yet?
We've tried, Your Grace, but he just hides in the woods.
Why don't you lure him out of the woods and shoot him with his own arrows or something?
Arrows? Arrows?
That's right, Guy. Arrows. Very sharp arrows that he shoots at my poor prince's guards with.
Your Grace, I have an idea. I've heard this Locksley prides himself on his archery skills.
Yes, I've heard the same.
He's said to be the greatest archer in all of England.
Well, why don't we let him prove it? We'll put on a tournament.
A tournament, you say? Go on.
Well, we'll invite archers from all over England. He'll hear about it, I guarantee you, and we'll lure him out of that forest.
But do you think he'll come?
Of course he'll come. He's a poppycock. He'll come out of sheer vanity. And besides, we'll offer him a prize that he cannot resist. An arrow made entirely of gold with 10,000 gold marks. Plenty to feed his beloved boar.
But wait, he'll be in disguise. He wears disguises whenever he leaves the forest.
You numbskull! It won't matter, because whoever wins the prize will be Robin Hood.
Exactly.
Okay, stop it! This is rich. I like it. We play on his vanity, lure him out of hiding. He wins the tournament, and then we capture him and hang him till he breathes his last. It's the best idea I've had in years.
Yes, well done, sire.
Thank you.
Brilliant, sire.
An ingenious plan. You're such an ingenious man.
Tell me, my dear, do you find yourself missing Longchamp these days?
Oh, I've quite forgotten that name.
Good, because I just can't wait to be king.
Word spread like wildfire that the greatest archery tournament in all of England would soon take place on the fields of Nottingham Castle. Robin took the bait, of course, without hesitation. He knew full well it was a trap, but it was a matter of honor to him. And you could no sooner remove honor from the man than you could convince a fox to turn its back on a chicken, or a joiner not to level a stool. And so it was on that day, in the camp we'd made in Sherwood Forest, not far from Nottingham Castle. Preparations were still in progress.
Robin! Robin! Robin, the tournament is starting.
I'm almost ready.
And you're convinced it's not a trap to catch you.
Of course I know it's a trap, but they won't even recognize me. How do I look?
Like Moses, receiving the tablets of the Lord.
Oh, thanks a lot. Boy?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen Lady Marion lately? She has to stay here and hold down the fort while we're gone.
No, well, she's not going to like it.
That's an understatement.
Lady Marion sent me with a message for you, sir. She says she'll see you at the tournament.
Oh, she's not going to the tournament, actually.
She says that she is, sir.
I'll go find her and talk some sense into her. That will be a treat.
Tell her it's out of the question.
She's not going to like it.
Why can't she go to the tournament, sir?
Because if she goes within 100 feet of that castle, she will be recognized immediately.
Not if she goes in disguise. She could go as a boy.
What's the matter with you? She's too beautiful for a boy.
Is she?
What, are you blind? I mean, have you looked at her? She has the face of an angel. Keeps me up at night, really.
Really?
Well, I mean, it's true. When we were youngsters, she was a fright. Nothing but elbows and pimples. And her eyes were a little crossed, too. It looked really weird. Yet it's funny to think that all that beauty was inside of her all this time, and I never saw it until now.
Are you in love with her, sir?
You know, I believe I am. But don't tell her. She'd be insufferable. And there'd be no talking to her at all. She's bossy as it is. You see, she thinks she knows everything. Even just the other day, we were looking at the stars, and believe me, I know everything there is to know about astronomy. So like a gentleman, I pointed out the North Star to her and said, "Look, Marion, there's the North Star." But instead of thanking me, she said, "No, that's not the North Star, that's Venus." And I said, "No, that's the North Star. Venus, North Star, you get the point. Look, it's right there. You can even see it in the daylight. The North Star."
Venus.
What? What? Marion, what are you doing here?
Competing in the tournament. It's only men, remember? Heaven forbid a woman beats them. Besides, I'm a better archer than you are. I can win it for us.
Oh, you think you're better than me?
Well, you never practice.
I'm the greatest archer in all of England. What was that?
Nothing.
Would you like to compete right now?
Heart-shaped knot in a tree. 100 yards. I believe that's dead center.
All right, watch this.
Impressive.
What? You just split your own arrow in half.
I know.
Where did you learn to shoot like that? That's incredible.
Aquaton, from the champion of the Low Countries. He could shoot the feathers off a duck. Here, I'll show you. Spread your feet apart.
What?
Spread them. Now, head back. Farther, farther. Now, here's the trick. Breathe only through your nose.
This is ridiculous.
Nose. Now, look at the head of the arrow. Think about where it's going.
Sorry, Carter. I didn't mean it.
Robin,
Dearwin, why are you dressed up?
do you like it?
What is it for?
It's for the tournament. I thought I could mingle as a Norman and get information for
No,
us.
absolutely not. It is too dangerous.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
That's ridiculous. And what you're doing is even more dangerous, but it's all for the cause.
She's right. You're endangering all of us.
She is not right. It's a matter of honor. And besides, she's inexperienced and young, and she could get hurt. John?
What?
Would you come here for a minute?
I can't find Marion anywhere. Dear one?
Hi. Robin, listen. If I mingle, I can hear all of the gossip and report it to you.
Absolutely not.
Dear one.
John, did you know about this?
You look well.
That's not the point. If she were caught...
I won't get caught.
But you could be caught, and it would be terrible. Dear, when I failed your father once, I can't do that again.
I can take care of myself.
No, you cannot.
Robin!
She's still a girl! What? Come on, what did I say?
You're such a man.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you're a blockhead.
That boy does not like you.
No kidding, John.
So the tournament began, with flags flying, the sun shining, and thousands cheering from the mounting stands. We marched in a circle around the field. First the noblemen in colorful silks imported from the east. Some with hooded hawks on their shoulders, who seemed to know by instinct alone that they were there to preen themselves. Next came the knights, their heads in the air, full of the smell of victory and plucky confidence. Last came the yeomen, vintners, carpenters, we four among them, waving to the crowd.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming. I'm Watt the Tanner of Coventry.
Ned of Bradford, butcher.
Friar Tuck. And that was the best I could come up with.
Hey, look, there's Dearwin up in the stands.
Don't wave. They'll get on to her.
Look at her. She is beautiful.
Oh, look. There's Sir Mark of Sherwood.
Oh, hello, Sir Mark. You're looking prosperous. The man has 5 daughters and 6 chins.
May I have your attention, please? As proprietor of Nottingham Castle, I say welcome to you all.
Hurrah!
Now, this competition will consist of 5 flights from the participants of each county. The county winners will move forward to compete for the golden arrow. Gentlemen, please assume your positions.
Sire, have you spotted Robin yet? My eyes are pale, but they remain empty.
Your head is empty! Of course we're not going to recognize him right away. By Cupid, That is a beautiful woman over there.
What?
Sheriff. Ask her if she'd like to come up here and join us in the stands. But don't force her. Manners maketh man, as my grandmother said before they chopped off her head.
Will the lady in the blue dress and the gold trim please come report to the royal box? The prince would like to speak with you. Again, when he's in the blue dress and the gold trim, come report to the prince. Thank you.
Your Highness, what about me? What about us? Isn't it your intent to wed?
Wed? Oh, my dear, whom I spend my time with is none of your concern. Know your place already, will you?
Championship will now commence. Gentlemen of Hampshire. Ready, aim, fire at will!
Well done. Isn't this exciting? Ah, welcome, my dear. I suppose you know who I am. But what's in a name? A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Oh, I did it again. Isabella, write that down. And you've already met the sheriff. And this is Sir Guy. And you are?
My name is Yvette Dulac. How do you do? I'm a Norman, of Norman blood, I mean. I'm from Lancashire.
You don't sound like you have a Lancashire accent.
I studied abroad.
Of course you did. What a silly question.
Gentlemen of Sussex. Now hurry up, we don't have all day. Ready, aim, shoot!
Milady, you look familiar, but I can't place it. Have we seen you at the castle before?
No, I've been in France most of my life.
Ensuite, avec toi, votre inspiré si la française.
Oui, je suis. Vous avez un vieux accent rumini.
Don't try to flatter me, I'm on to you.
Peace, Isabella. Go bring us something to eat.
Gentlemen of Yorkshire. Ready, aim, shoot!
Dealings up there with Prince John and Sir Guy.
Oh no.
What is she doing up there?
I have a terrible feeling I know exactly what she's doing up there.
Cornwall. Ready, aim, shoot!
Oh, look at this. The food is marvelous today. Is that Swan? I adore Swan. Isabella, you've outdone yourself.
Thank you, Your Highness. I hope you don't choke on it.
Anyways, have you ever had Swan before, my dear?
No. Is it tasty?
A bit like chicken, more gammy. Not my taste at all.
Then you're an idiot! There is nothing like a joint of Swan washed down by a good claret. Barbarian. He could be from Spain. Well, will you try some, my dear? Not so fast. You'll need one of these to eat it.
What is it?
It's an orc. No, fork. Yes, that's the one. Fork, yes. It's the newest thing. It comes from Italy. They twirl it around and gamble in Italian. But it's also good for stabbing things. Watch.
Well done, Your Grace.
Thank you. But you've got to be careful. These ends are quite sharp.
Who is this pretender?
Oh, indeed. She looked familiar, but I can't place it.
She could be a part of Robin Hood's scheme.
Archers from the towns of Nottingham, Leicester, Coventry, and Warwick.
Oh, Sir Guy, some of your local lads. Do you recognize any of them?
Not yet, sire.
Ready, aim, shoot!
Sheriff, all the grounds well guarded.
Ah, yes, there are knights in the stables, tents, and every possible entrance.
Good.
It sounds like you're trying to trap someone.
Oh, we are. His name is Robin Hood.
Sire.
Oh, please. She's of Norman blood, for heaven's sake. Have you ever heard of this Robin before, my dear?
No. What is he?
He's a liar.
And a traitor?
And a slimy snake.
I'm surprised you haven't heard of him, milady. I thought his name would be known throughout all the north by now.
We receive very little news in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire? I thought you said you were from Lancashire.
Oh, of course. Our castle's on the border. In fact, my room is in Yorkshire and my sister's is in Lancashire. So we like to joke about how we're very well traveled.
Oh, you see, that's delightful. Oh, we few, we happy few, we band of Normans.
What is that?
Oh, that's my best one yet.
Sire, will you excuse us for a moment?
The championship will now commence. Archers to your places.
Oh, goody. You'll enjoy this, my dear.
We are down to the final 4 contestants. First, fry attack. Ready? Shoot! 8! And second, Midge the Tailor. Ready? Shoot! 7! Third, Netta Bradford. Ready? Shoot! A 10! And lastly, Walt of Coventry.
Watch this.
Ready? Shoot! A 10! Walt of Coventry and Netta Bradford will compete for the championship. Archers to your places.
Greetings.
Hello.
Fancy meeting you here.
First, Netta Bradford. Ready? Shoot! A 10!
Good job.
And second, Walt of Coventry.
Are you in love with Darwin?
No, as it happens, I am not.
You certainly act like you are.
I just look out for her. She's a youngster.
She's not that young.
She's 17.
She's 19, at least.
Would you just be quiet? I'm trying to focus here.
She told me you kissed her under the great oak.
What? Sorry, Brody.
You're right. I think I'm mistaken.
You did that on purpose to win the competition.
Well, that is the objective, Robin.
I guess the winner is Netta Bradford.
To the winner and the runner-up, please come forth to receive your prizes.
He seems too small to be Robin.
And what about the other one?
He certainly doesn't look like Robin.
Well, well. You two must be so proud of yourselves.
Your Grace.
Your Grace.
We have a prize for each of you. For the first place winner, a golden arrow.
Your Grace is generous.
Would you care to do the honors, my dear?
Oh, of course. How thoughtful.
Stop! One more thing. This woman is an imposter.
We've spoken with some of our closest allies, some from Yorkshire, some from Lancashire, and no one has ever heard of a Dulac family on the border.
Your Grace, I hereby submit that this young woman, along with her father, attacked Sheriff and me on the border of Sherwood Forest, in the company of Robin Hood, and that I hereby arrest her for fraud and treason to the crown.
This is for my father!
Warriors on both sides. When many blows were struck, and many wounds and cries echoed into the void, we were forced to retreat to Sherwood Forest. But when we arrived and counted our numbers, we found that, miraculously, only one of our band was missing. But it was Darwin herself who could not be found, and Robin was inconsolable.
How could this happen?
It's not your fault.
Of course it's my fault!
You told her not to go.
But I backed down. I thought this was just a game. A little sport to keep us busy and feed our vanity.
You couldn't have known she'd attack Prince John.
Well, I should have known. And I suspected. I did. Therein, we have a sacred calling to keep England safe, and I had no right to let Darwin go within 100 feet of those men.
Robin.
If they hurt her in any way, I will put an end to this, once and for all.
Robin, listen. We've just got word. They've locked the one up, but she's still alive.
Thank the Lord for that.
Where are they keeping her?
Nottingham Tower, the very top.
The goal.
Can we get her out?
Impossible. It's a fortress.
That's what you think. I'm going in.
How?
I'll tell you after I get her back.
John, you'll be caught in a minute.
And killed.
Well, I can't just leave her there. She'll be scared to death.
John! Do what you need to do. I have a plan myself.
You know the moment that you walk in there, you're a dead man.
Well, I've got to die sometime. Stay well, friend.
Wait! You will never make it alone. Might as well go die with you as with a mutton pie in my hands.
Marion, I want you to send word to your uncle. Tell him that I'll exchange myself for Deerwin.
We should see what Little John does first.
No.
Why not?
Because there's no time. They could execute her by tomorrow morning.
They'll execute you the minute they get a hold of you.
Good. Let them try. Let's see what happens. Marion, I failed her once.
Robin.
I haven't done enough for these people. They follow me. And I follow them. We travel together. That's the bargain we make in life. Rich, poor, English, foreign. It doesn't matter. Because that is our bargain for living. Otherwise, we're nothing.
Do you know that you've become the man I dreamed about in Aquaton?
Not if I fail Deerwin, I'm not.
You've changed, Robin. You've changed so much.
I have so much to do.
Well, it's not over yet, Robin, and I have this rather odd faith in you.
Misplaced.
I'm sure. But that's something you never understood. Out of the two of us, I'm the romantic.
Really?
What are we going to do about the guards? Where are you going?
All clear.
I wish your head was clear. Wow. That tower must be 200 feet tall.
At least.
Use your imagination. What are we gonna do?
I know. I need you to give me a boost.
What for?
I need you to give me a boost so I can put my hand in the stone where the mortar's gone, and use my foot to push my body and put my hand in the stone where the mortar's gone, and use my foot to push my body
Are
and
you
put my...
insane?
Just man up and give me a boost already.
You know you're not that little, John.
Can you scoot over a little bit? Yeah. Ooh, hold on. One more try.
Try again. Oh, I see what he's doing. You're changing the perspective. Everyone out there, would you please shift your head this direction? Do you see it now? It is a very tall tower. Got the hat.
It's very, very windy up here.
Good luck.
Deerwin!
John, what? Oh,
Yeah,
okay. One moment. John, what are you doing? How did you get up here?
I don't know what it was. The dress. It was that dress. I saw that and I thought, if I could have that, I could have anything in the whole world. Meaning you, not the dress. Look, what I'm trying to say is, oh!
John!
Okay,
John!
Thanks.
No problem.
So what about you? Have they hurt you in any way at all?
No, but they said tomorrow that they're going to,
I'll have you out by then.
How?
I don't know, just trust me.
I will. I do.
Oh!
John!
Okay,
Come on!
yep.
Yep, there you go. The important thing is that you care for me.
Care for you, dear one. I love...
What?
Nope.
Say it.
Can't.
Please.
Uh-uh.
Please say it.
Nope.
Why not?
I'm English.
Kiss me.
How?
I think we can just make it. John! No!
I'm falling out.
Are you okay?
I'm all right.
John's noble failure behind them, the exchange of prisoners took place the following morning, April 7th, 1194, and you can read about it in the history books. Robin, son of Robert, son of Harold, son of Morgan, the Baron of Locksley and Earl of Sheffield, Lichfield, Trent, and the Fens, was exchanged that day for Darwin Miller, peasant, in an open field between Nottingham Castle and Sherwood Forest. On one side stood royalty and the law, and on the other, a band of outlaws.
Give yourself up, Robin.
Robin, no! Please, I'd rather it be me than you.
Dear one, you need to run.
No.
Right now.
I'm not leaving
I don't
you.
trust them.
No!
Run while you can.
Robin!
I've got him! I've got him! Hear me, outlaws. The outlaw known as Robin Hood will die tomorrow morning on the scaffolds of Nottingham Town Square, and that there is nothing that you can do to stop it. Say goodbye to him now, for you'll not be seeing him on this earth again. The era of the outlaw of Sherwood Forest is at an end.
No!
That night, Robin was confined in chains in a prison dug out of sheer rock beneath the earth, 200 feet below the castle. It was here that Robin was flung like waste to await his trial the following morning.
Who are you?
Death.
What? I beg your pardon?
I'm death, my boy.
Are you a symbol?
Perhaps. Or perhaps I'm flesh and blood and your executioner in the morning.
Oh. Oh. What are you doing here?
I like to get to know my victims before killing them.
I'm sorry I asked.
I also like to know if they deserve to die. It gives me peace of mind, really.
Well, I don't deserve it. I can tell you that right now.
Why not?
Because I am loyal to the true king, Richard the Lionheart. And I've been trying my best to save his subjects.
Which you wouldn't have had to do if you're here as he should be, doing his duty.
Well, yes, I know, but he was off in the Holy Land.
Crusades, I know. Waste of lives, really. Death upon death. Should never have happened.
You speak as if you were there.
I was.
Did you see the king?
I did.
Was he valiant?
Oh, extremely. Always at the front, his sword at the ready. But he should never have left his people here on their own, and you're going to die because of it. You must hate.
Hate King Richard? How can you say that? He's made sacrifices for us since the day he was born.
Such as?
He reformed the clergy. He made shelters for the old and the sick. And he stood for something.
But you're going to die tomorrow.
So I am. But I don't regret any of it. His people needed someone. And I had to step up. I've made friends along the way. Do you think they'll save me?
No, I think you'll die. Consider your sins, and I'll see you on the scaffold tomorrow morning.
Ye present that the outlaw known as Robin Hood dies this day in the year of our Lord 1194, and that for his foul transgressions against the laws of England he shall hereby be hanged by his neck until dead. Bring forth the prisoner.
Bring forth the prisoner.
Have you anything to say for yourself, Robin?
Yes, I have a great deal to say for myself.
Your Majesty.
Your Majesty.
Sir Guy of Gisborne, you and your sheriff are under arrest for high treason against the crown. You have subverted the government for your own gain, and you have failed to provide for those in our kingdom who need it the most. Arrest them!
Guards, arrest this man! He is an impostor! He is not the king! Guards!
There are no guards, Sir Guy.
I'm afraid we've dealt with them.
Cowards, mix-up. Are you afraid to fight me alone? Sheriff! You're just going to stand there or you're going to fight?
No, of course not. I'll defend you.
He's mine.
Well, I guess I'll leave you to it then.
No! Do it! I dare you, make an end of it!
I feel slightly differently about the matter.
God, don't give him the chance! Stab him with his own sword!
It's called strategy, you idiot! It's being smart, something you wouldn't understand.
You always think you're so smart with your plots and your schemes!
Plots and schemes are the same thing!
Enough! Enough! Spare them both for now and take them away.
You're coming with me. Robin, hear me. If you spare me, I will come back for you.
Well, then I'll have something to look forward to.
And as for your peasant friend,
ahead, sire.
Where's my brother, Prince John? He's the one behind all this, and I demand to see him immediately.
Sire, I've just heard word that your brother has fled. To where I know not.
I know where. He's headed towards your family seat at Stratford-upon-Avon, my king. Your brother. He's a backstabbing pig. He's a usurper. He said if I didn't marry him, he would kill me.
Forgive me, my lady, but that's a load of horse manure.
I'm sorry.
You and the chef will be thrown into a cell while we go fetch my brother down by the river Avon. You three will fall into utter obscurity, watching him write plays for the theater. Meanwhile, allow me to thank the men and women here of Sherwood Forest for their bravery and service to the crown. And as for their leader, Robin of Locksley, I ask for you to kneel.
Your Grace?
Kneel! I hereby dub you Sir Robin of Locksley, restoring your lands and titles, and add to them, creating you Baron of Nottingham, Earl of Fife, and Viscount Cambridge.
Your Majesty.
Whoa, whoa.
Thank you! Oh, I'm sorry. Forgive me, I was carried away.
It's quite all right, really. Now, is there any request I may grant you, though? You only get one. Better choose it wisely.
I only have one, Your Grace. The hand of your ward, Marion, in marriage, if she'll have me.
Oh, I will take you out of pity, I suppose. But I want to be married under the brightest star in the heavens. Look you, there in the sky. Venus.
Oh, that's the North Star.
No, it's Venus.
North Star.
Venus.
Peace! I'll stop your mouth with a kiss.
Stop. Robin of Locksley and Marion Fitzwalter were married soon after in the sun-soaked, deeply dappled Sherwood Forest, May 1st, 1194.
And John Little and Derwin Miller were married the same day, standing proudly next to them.
King Richard resumed his rightful throne and governed all of England wisely and tolerantly until his death many years later.
And the men and women of Sherwood Forest continued to look after the health of the greenwood.
And fought unfairness and cruelty wherever it was found.
As did their children.
And their children's children.
And their children's children's children.
And may the spirit of Robin Hood, of peace, justice, and of love, dwell in all of us from this day forward until the end of the world. Amen.
Amen.